Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, September 8th. I don't know about you, but I sure enjoyed my 3-day weekend. So you have either done your daily math review and you're just watching this to check your answers, or you can do your daily math review as you watch this and do it right along with me. Just remember, there's going to be a hidden answer in here somewhere. You're going to have to listen for it. All right, number one, John makes $2,678 selling pencils. Sandy makes $2,786 selling pencils. And Josh makes $3,871. Who makes the most and who makes the least? Now remember, you need to stack these numbers on top of each other to compare. So John is 2,678. Sandy is 2,786. And Josh is 3,871. Now I'm going to start with my highest place, and I can tell right away Josh made the most. So if I'm looking at the most, that says Josh, that says Josh. I'm going to get rid of this bottom one. Okay? So I know that Josh is the most. Now I got to figure out who is the least. Very tricky. We don't want to know greatest to least. We want to know the greatest, and we want to know the least. So if I'm looking, I see that John makes the least. Sandy is 700, John is 600. So it is not Sandy. Your answer would be Josh had the most and John had the least. Okay, write the number 400,000s, 13,000s, 1100s, 4 ones in standard form. Now this is getting a little trickier, folks. So the first thing that I would do is I would go ahead and write them out and stack them. I have 400,000s. I have 13,000s. I have 1100s and 4 ones. And then I would add all of that up. 4, 0, 1, 4, 1, 4. So your answer is 414,104. Okay? This 13,000s and this 1100s is the one that was going to try to trick you. But remember, I can't have 2 digits in the thousands place or 2 digits in the hundreds place, so I have to move it over to the next largest place. Okay, we have to round the number. 3,817,453, and we have to round it to the nearest hundred. I'm going to look at the tens place, and I see that it's a 5, which tells me if I'm looking between 400 and 500, right here, my 5 tells me to go up. So my answer would be 3,817,500. And if you don't want to remember Cinderella, this is where Cinderella's sitting. Number 5 is the fairy godmother. She has enough power to change Cinderella. The fairy godmother and her fairies in training all become zeros, and all of her mouse friends go with Cinderella to the ball. Okay, we have to find the sum of 14,390 plus 31,847. First thing I need to do is very, very carefully write neatly and line up my places, because you may have to carry and regroup. And folks, these are probably the most commonly missed questions, and every one of you knows how to do this. I think you just rush. So I have 0 plus 7 is 7. I don't have anything to carry. 9 plus 4 is 13. Carry my 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 8 is 12. Carry my 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. Plus 1 is 6. 3 plus 1 is 4. I have 46,237. Okay. Tell you what, I'm sitting outside tonight making this video, and all the little crickets and locusts out there, they are so loud. I wonder if you can even hear them. Sure add to the fun of math tonight. Okay, now I have to find the difference of 31,047. And if you notice, I'm writing my digits kind of a little bit bigger spaces so that I have room to borrow. I know I have 14,390 that I have to subtract. Okay, 7 take away 0 is 7. I cannot do 4 take away 9, so I'm going to have to borrow from the hundreds. But the hundreds doesn't have anything to borrow from. So now I have to come over to the thousands, and I borrow, and that becomes a 0. I now have 10. Well, I still don't have enough to subtract in my tens column, so now I can borrow from my hundreds, and I bring that 100 over and have 14 hundreds. 14 take away 9 is 5. 9 take away 3 is 6. Cannot do 0 minus 4, so I'm going to borrow from the 10,000s. 10 minus 4 is 6. 2 minus 1 is 16. So 16,657. And if you can see, it's really nice that I had room to borrow. It also kind of helps if you use a different color pencil or ink when you borrow to help you see. All right, let's move on. The model below represents which of the following problems? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 groups, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 in each group. I know that 6 times 4 equals 24, but when I come and look at my answers, I don't have that choice. But I know that the opposite of multiplication is division. So is there a division problem? Knowing my fact families, I know that I could say 4 times 6 is, shoot, I just messed that up, didn't I? Okay, I know that I can say 4 times 6 equals 24. And I know I can say 24 divided by 4 equals 6. And 24 divided by 6 equals 4. So do any of these match? Well, that's not, the 8's not even in my fact family. Definitely not 24 times 4, but I do see 24 times 6. So remember to use those fact families. Okay, the model represents which of the following problems? Let's take a look. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 smiley faces in each column. I know that 5 times 7 is 35, so that gives me my fact families. So let's write the rest of them out. 7 times 5 is 35. 35 divided by 7 equals 5. And 35 divided by 5 equals 7. So if I take a look at my answer choices, 30 is not a choice, 35 times 5 is not a choice, but 35 divided by 5 is a choice. Remember, always get rid of the ones you don't know first. That kind of helps you to be confident in your final answer. Okay, this one was a little bit of a challenge puzzle for you. It says each hexagon is made by adding the 2 numbers in the hexagons below it. What are the missing numbers in the puzzle? So they already told you that 7 plus 12 equals 19. Now I can say, what is 12 plus 9? Well, that's 21. So I can put that here. 9 plus 11. That's 20. Now to figure out this one, the one up above the 21 and the 20, I have to add that. 20 plus 21 equals 41. I have to add 19 and 21. That equals 40. And then finally 40 plus 41. And hopefully some of you did this in your head, because these were some easier mental math problems that you could have done. Okay, final question. What room was Mrs. Day in when she recorded the video to check your answers? Was it her classroom? Was it no room? She was outside. Was it in her living room? Or was I in my kitchen? Well, I'm not going to give you this answer because it was in the video, but I'll let you know tomorrow. So have a great day. Don't forget to do your Khan Academy math to finish out your math classes, and then check your homeroom for all your other assignments.